Hi, I'm Pushpa Naurem, and today we are going to discuss about emotional labor. Before we start dealing with various service oriented occupations that largely involve emotional labor, we first need to have a brief understanding about the service industries in India. As we all know that service industries in India has been growing and developing since the economic reform of 1990s, and this has led to the emergence of a wide range of new service oriented occupations in the country. Therefore, new job opportunities have emerged to cater the changing dynamics of business depending on the tastes and preferences of the consumer. Some of the service-oriented occupations that we are going to deal today includes salespersons in retail store, waiters and waitresses working in restaurants and other hotels, flight attendants, then there is spa or parlors, and artists that generally include actor, singer and any other sorts of artist, and there is cast members in amusement parks. Now, if you look at the nature of these work services, you will notice that they are highly interactive in nature. Since these services are highly interactive in nature, may it be in the physical or virtual world, this interaction play a crucial role in the service experience and contribute to the commodifications on body and mind of the employee working in such kind of services. And unlike manufacturing work, acting become inseparable and form an important basis for interactive work services. So you will see that since this kind of works are highly interactive in nature, therefore they are staged and it involves highly scripted performance. As such, what happens is that dimensions like gender, appearance and personality of the worker become more important than factors like intelligence to get job in this kind of service oriented occupations. So you see that there is a certain dimensions of emotional management that is required on the part of the employee while delivering the services to the customer. So this has been termed as emotional labor. Here we can take the examples of salesperson in a retail store. You see that in any retail settings, employees directly interact with customers in physical stores, they assist customers in finding products, provide recommendations, and offer personalized assistance. The employees' appearance, demeanor, and the ability to engage with customers emotionally contribute to the overall shopping experience of the customer. Similarly, you see that those who work in hotels, restaurants, and tourism establishments, you will always find that employees interact directly with the customers to provide services. Therefore, the employee's physical presence and emotional engagement contribute to customer satisfactions. And again, let's say about flight attendants and other transportations personnel, they also often engage in emotional labor. They must maintain a calm and composed demeanor, provide reassurance to anxious passenger, and address any concern or conflict that arise during the journey. And for those who engage in personal care services like beauty treatment, spa therapies, they use their skills, physical touch, and emotional engagement to cater to clients' aesthetic and well-being needs. The personal connections established during these interactions also contribute to the perceived value of the service. And again, you see that actor and actresses, they also performed and engage in emotional labor as they portray characters and evoked specific emotions. They must manage their own emotions and express the intended emotions on stage or screened, even if they are feeling differently personally. This requires skillful emotional regulations and the ability to connect with the audience. Then comes the cast members who work at amusement parks, resorts, or hotels. One of the important things is that they need to be friendly, cheerful, and accommodating even when they are dealing with demanding or difficult guests. So they provide emotional support, answer questions, and ensure that guests feel welcome and valued. So these are the examples of how emotional labor works and what are the services where emotional labors are highly involved in. And you see that in such kind of interactive work services, body, mind, and personality of the employees are controlled by the employer, or you can simply say that human body and mind in the process have been commodified and treated like any other goods that can be bought, sold, and exploited for economic gains. In this context, it can be said that it involves the objectifications and commercializations of physical attributes such as appearance, body, and sexuality. Again, here it is important to acknowledge that not all roles within these industries involved emotional labor to the same extent. The level of emotional labor required may vary depending on the specific job responsibilities and the organizational expectations. In this kind of service oriented occupations, employers regulate the employees in terms of their dress codes, their body weight, and how they appear it, and they need to do makeup and all that thing. And there is hair regulations, and they have specific provisions of image consultancy also. Now, you might be surprised to know that employees in this kind of services adopted two types of strategy to perform their work character. First is surface acting. What is surface acting? It is a type of strategy that is adopted by the employees in this kind of service-oriented services, and it involves displaying the desired emotions without genuinely feeling them. It focuses on managing the outward expressions of emotions to meet organizational or societal expectations. And another strategy they adopt is called deep acting, as it involved modifying or transforming one's internal emotions to align with the desired emotions for a given situation. It focuses on genuinely experiencing the intended emotions rather than just faking them. For example, it is possible that a flight attendant might be feeling irritated or upset inside, but who have to maintain a calm and composed demeanor while dealing with a difficult passenger. Similarly, a customer service representative who put on a smile and friendly tone while interacting with customers, even if they are feeling tired or frustrated, it is equally possible, right? Another example of surface acting can be of an actor who play a character very well, irrespective of what he feels inside. Similarly, it is equally possible that a very good actor might not just involved in surface acting, but they get into the skin of the character they play to genuinely feel their emotions and experiences, and thereby enhancing the authenticity of their performance. Like Kristen Bell, who play his character like real crazy in his film The Machinist. Obviously, there are many good actors, but Kristen Bell struck my mind when we talk about deep acting. And another service provider that largely involved in deep acting can be considered as a therapist who emphasizes with their client genuinely understanding and sharing their emotions in order to provide effective emotional support. Emotional labor, like any other form of labor, has its own drawbacks. Like, in many industries, there may be a tendency to undervalue emotional labor and disregard the emotional toll it can take on individual. This can result in long working hours, low wages, and inadequate support system, leading to the commodifications of emotional well-being, as workers are treated as mere tools to meet the demands of customers or clients. And another thing is that emotional labor, as it often involved managing and expressing emotions to meet the expectations of others. In certain contexts, this can contribute to the objectifications of individuals, reducing them to a means of providing emotional service rather than recognizing their own emotional need, autonomy, and unique experiences, and thereby resulting in burnt out and mental health issues. because continuous engagement in emotional labor without proper support or recognitions can lead to burnt out and negative impact on mental health. When emotional well being is disregarded or commodified, it can contribute to a culture that prioritizes productivity over the health and dignity of individuals. Therefore, it is important to recognize the value of emotional labor and ensure that individuals who perform emotional labor are treated fairly, compensated properly, and provided with the necessary support and resources to maintain their own well being. Creating a balance between meeting the needs of others and respecting the autonomy and emotional health of individuals is crucial in preventing the commodifications of body and mind. And that's it for today's discussions. And I hope that you find this video helpful. Thank you for stopping by.